Satnam, offering a general reading, and as always, explore what feels right to you. You are by far your best teacher. Take what I say lightly and explore your intuition over my words. So the last video I posted, I closed or saw an image from Escher. So I went ahead and did a Google search and pulled up two others. And this is titled Relativity. And it feels like you have so many options. And really what steps you need to take depends on where you want to grow. And what you need in the moment changes, right? Do you need to take a few steps up, ascend? Do you need to take a few steps down and look into the depths? So sharing in case this calls to you because I spoke to it, but I didn't have the image. Also, this one is cycle. And why I chose this one to share is because it feels like there are patterns, that things do fit together, and we don't always notice how things align or what cycle or pattern we're in until we look back. And this is a beautiful part of meditation, to allow us to reassess in the moment what we need and what we're playing into. But notice how it all lines up and comes together. And sometimes we don't see it because we're still working step by step, day by day. And the image that really stood out was this one. And it feels like kind of the idea of co-creation, right? That you are writing your own narrative, you are making your own choices, and Spirit is here to help you, kind of like this yin and yang, this balance. And again, this idea that it's all coming together. So we'll start with the Zombie Tarot and see where we go from here. Another thing I got when I was looking at this first image, Relativity, is sometimes we're so busy working in one arena that we don't see the bigger picture. We don't see everything, kind of like that wellness wheel. There could be something out of balance. And in order to ascend, to take a new direction, sometimes we need to lighten our load. So what burdens are you carrying that you no longer need? Are they from this lifetime, or those last? Are they guilt? Are they shame? Anger, blame, whatever it is that you're kind of harboring and holding on to, and how can you lighten your load to take a step up, rather than kind of being on that like hamster wheel kind of energy. And no shame, we don't know what we don't know, and we continue to play out cycles until we learn the lesson. And we're ready to learn the lesson. You know, are you ready to let go of that energy? Are you ready to let go of that cycle? Are you ready to make that change for you? Nine of Cups. What's your dream? What is your dream? And what is your wish fulfillment? And it's not all in your head. What are you cocooning into and like nurturing? And notice she's holding a gun. I apologize if there's any triggers there. But it's my understanding that when Harriet Tubman was working the Underground Railroad, some of those enslaved were too afraid to make a change. They were too afraid of their own freedom that she literally forced them to move along on their path. It's my understanding she used a gun to move them along. So are you afraid of a change? Are you afraid of your own wish fulfillment? Are you afraid of your own freedom? Bottom deck energy, Hermit, going within. And this card a lot of times makes me think of Forrest Gump. His mom would say, life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. And you can take your time and explore the decadence, the chocolates. And you can ignore what's behind you if you want. It's really up to you to sift through what's ahead of you, what's within you, and what's behind you. And what are you learning on your journey right now? What are you learning? And she's reading a book. She's reading a book, the light's in the background, the clock is standing out. It's time. It's time to learn something new. And what are you in the process of learning? What are you in the process of learning, exploring? It's okay to sit still. It's okay to go in. Both of these cards, you have the Nine of Cups and the Hermit, is number 9. So near completion. Queen of Swords. I feel like the Queen of Swords knows what she wants and knows what to say to get what she wants. In this deck, it is the Painter. So what are you creating? What version of yourself are you painting? What version of yourself are you putting out into the world? And painters, just like photographers, photographers take so many images, and we probably see 1, 2, or 3 out there. Just throwing out some numbers. Think about how many paintings are probably in the closet or in the attic of an artist's home, and we only see so many up in a gallery. So exploring different versions of yourself and getting to know who you are and painting the future that you desire, painting the future and exploring the mediums that work right for you to create the best version of yourself, to co-create the life you want to live into. Wheel of Fortune, and the smiles are standing out in this, but when you're at the top of the carousel, or when you're at the top, you get to see the bigger picture. But you have to go through the full cycle to see it all, and have you taken the time to see clearly what's here for you, to see the bigger picture and dive deep within to sift through all the layers. What do you need? What's completing? And what do you see out in the distance for yourself? What's out in the horizon for you? High Priestess. Trust your intuition. And in this deck, she's clearly enjoying herself, taking her bath. So what is part of your self-care? And what is part of your toolbox? Like, how do you receive information? And what do you need for you to really hone your skill set, to really believe in you and take care of yourself on the deeper level? How do you connect with spirit, and how do you connect through to yourself, and what do you need? Are we out of time? The bath mat is standing out, and it's almost like a pineapple with the pattern. I think that pattern might have a specific name. Standing your ground, perhaps. I'm just saying that because of floor mat. Maybe not being a doormat. Not sure. Bottom deck, 7 of Cups. Is there anything that you're curious about, that you've been diving into a little bit too much? 7 of Cups sometimes is about overindulgence. It can also be about confusion. And so what do you need to lighten your load, to see clearly? And what no longer serves? What no longer serves that's kind of taking you off balance? Wheel of Fortune again, and the 4 of Swords. Wheel of Fortune twice. And really, this is interesting with, since we're looking at something that says, titled Cycles. Are you spinning your wheels? Are you letting something go? Have you learned? In the Rider-Waite deck, the Wheel of Fortune card reminds me a lot of the Magician card, in that all the tools are there, like all parts are finally coming together. And the other card that stood out or jumped out was the Four of Swords. So slowing down enough to feel it out. So taking some time to go in, releasing some thoughts that no longer serve. And the Four of Swords to me is a lot about letting yourself rest. Allow yourself to rest. And that's where you're going to get the inspiration you need and the clarity you need to rewrite your narrative and to speak clearly. And close this out. One message for you. Anything else? Notice that your gaze is up. The light is shining in. So letting your inspiration come from above. And the triangle is standing out. So change. Maybe allowing yourself to change. Three of Cups, bottom deck. A toast to friendship in the afternoon sun. 3 cups and happiness, 3 cheers are done. Celebration is near. So letting yourself transcend and seeing the fruits of your labor and taking the time to, you have planted those seeds. Those cycles are here for you to harvest the fruits of your labor. And part of letting yourself rest is also letting yourself celebrate your success and all that you've overcome. The top of this card has a number 42, distills to 6, can be love. Bring your own command. You brought yourself here at this moment in life. You have nothing to fear. So keep going. Keep going. Oh, wow, it's beautiful. Sunset. Time here turns to release and unfurl. Old cords of pain fade as the sunlight burns. Pass this card on. So allowing the light to come in. You think about the sun card. The sun card is about happiness, and you deserve happiness. Why continue to spin the wheels in the same cycle? Why not allow yourself to rest and let certain thoughts just fade away? Why not trust your intuition and take good care of yourself? Why not take the time you need to sift through what's yours and what's not? Why not redirect your future and paint the portrait of your life? It's like writing the script, writing the book. What do you want? What do you need? And it's all here for you, and trusting it. Well, I do hope this served well. Sending lots of light and love. Sentinel.